Welcome to HITea with Grace, where we spill the tea on HITea. I'm thrilled to be at 2024 today, speaking with the industry's greatest leaders about the industry's greatest problems and the solutions that are solving those problems. I'll also be learning about leadership strategies that keep these leaders at the top of their game. All right, tee up.
Hello, Grace. So good to be with you here today. I'm John Blair, the CEO and founder of MedAllies. I'm looking forward to talking about healthcare.
Thank you so much for joining me today. So tell me a little bit about what you feel to be the industry's greatest challenge.
Yeah, the industry's greatest challenge today, I believe, is interoperability. We have done a lot. The market's done a lot. Government's intervened a couple of times and really helped as a catalyst, but it's really stalled. And so we've kind of gone as far as we are going to go, I think. And so to me today, the biggest challenge is really what I would call interoperability inequity, so that you've got the haves and the have-nots, and the have-nots are big swaths of the market. So interoperability and getting all the stakeholders together on that is the challenge.
Interesting. I'd also love to learn more about what innovations are solving those challenges.
So if you look at innovation, for example, and you look at fire and what's happened with fire over the last 5 years, we're now at a place where you're truly looking at the ability to do fire at scale. And some of what's going on with TEFCA, these QHINs, are bringing together a cooperation between the government and the market that will, I believe, start to bring something that's very innovative to scale. The other thing that's happening is, again, since you have this cooperation that's going on between ONC and Sequoia, the QHINs, you're able to start taking out some of the friction that stalled interoperability. You're standardizing a lot of the platforms, you're standardizing a lot of the legal challenges, you're building a trust fabric. So it's innovation and the ability to scale very interesting innovation, and also the cooperation that's kind of breaking the logjam of some of the kind of difficult pieces around legal and trust and the standardization of technology.
Now, moving on to the personal side, what advice do you wish you could give your younger self?
I go back to around 2000. The thing that I wish that I knew then that I do know now is how long some of this technology takes to push it out at scale nationally. It's one thing to have very innovative technology and do little pilots between a couple of organizations and do some wonderful stuff that never gets anywhere. I mean, think about how many standards have sat on shelves, wonderful standards that just never got out into the market. And so if I were to go back and redo things, I would have probably, my tactical moves would have probably been a little more directed by strategy, understanding that it was going to take decades and not just years.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We loved learning from you. And thanks to you for joining us too. Check out the HITea with Grace podcast website and YouTube page for more great guests like the one today. Cheers.